On Sunday morning at 1 a.m., Donald Trump decided to have a meltdown on Truth Social. Now, this, of course, is not out of the ordinary for him. I don't think it's out of the ordinary for anyone suffering from possibly multiple mental illnesses. Kind of seems like the type of thing they would do. But at 1 a.m., the President of the United States got on Truth Social and had a bit of a meltdown about Harvard accepting students from other countries. And we all know, of course, that Donald Trump has been at war with Harvard ever since they rejected Barron Trump's admission, just like the other two colleges that Trump is also feuding with. They also rejected Barron. So, clear pattern emerging that everybody is starting to catch on to. But Trump last week said, of course, Harvard, we're restricting your ability to accept student visas. Basically, you can't have foreign students coming to your college anymore. We gotcha. Harvard immediately filed a lawsuit, and they're most likely going to prevail on this because this is clear retaliation against the university since they're the only ones targeted for no reason. So it's going to be overturned. And that's, I think, what's pissing Donald Trump off in the middle of the night. So he got on Truth Social and said this. Why isn't Harvard saying that almost 31% of their students are from foreign lands? And yet those countries, some not at all friendly to the United States, pay nothing toward their students' education, nor do they ever intend to. Nobody told us that. We want to know who those foreign students are. A reasonable request, since we give Harvard billions of dollars, but Harvard isn't exactly forthcoming. We want those names and countries. Harvard has $52 million. Use it and stop asking for the federal government to continue granting you money. Yeah, what could be so bad about the government making a list of certain individuals from certain ethnic backgrounds? Right? That's never gone sideways throughout human history. Putting a registry of certain ethnicities together for the government to have for a reason they're not exactly telling us, right? I mean, what's the worst that could happen? We all know the worst that could happen, and we all know why Donald Trump wants this. Here's the thing. The foreign governments aren't paying. No, they're not. Just like the United States doesn't pay. Like if I were to choose to go to college in France, I'm not going to have to tell Donald Trump like, hey, Donnie, I'm going to school in France, man. You guys got to pony up the tuition. That's not what happens. It doesn't happen for students coming here. It doesn't happen for students from here going somewhere else. The government doesn't pay the tuition. You know who does? The foreign students. The yearly cost of a foreign student going to Harvard to get an advanced degree beyond, the undergrad is over $100,000 a year. And yeah, those students have to pay it. Unless, of course, they get some scholarships from Harvard. But even those scholarships are typically not full ride for everything. Hey, we're going to cover your tuition. You have to pay for books, room and board, things like that. So these students who are coming over are still paying. And a lot of them, of course, have to take out student loans from the U.S., so they're paying that back with interest. They're contributing to their local economies. Some of them working part-time jobs, maybe even full-time jobs to be able to put themselves through school. So what if they leave the country after getting that degree? They contributed to the country while they were here. That's not a bad thing. We're not losing anything from that. We're gaining it. Oh, well, if they got their education here, they should stay here with their degree and work. Why? Are you going to start forbidding Americans with degrees from moving to another country and working there? I mean, I have a degree in political science. So if I wanted to go over and live in the UK, am I forbidden from talking about politics over there because I got my degree in politics from the United States? I can't go. This whole thing is insanely stupid. But that is what we have become accustomed to with the Trump administration. Everything is just dumb. Nothing makes any sense because we're being ruled by the dumbest people this country had to offer in every cabinet. That is what Trump brings to the table. Except instead of like his counterparts throughout the cabinet just being incompetent, Donald Trump is also completely insane, likely suffering from some form of dementia, possibly Alzheimer's, multiple different, according to mental health professionals, psychological issues. So yeah, under that umbrella, it makes sense that he has these nonsensical, lie-filled freakouts, because he's not a sane person. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.